Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today so far. So today we're going to go over 10 interesting facts about one of my new favorite Jedi, Cal Kestis. I'm extremely excited that Fallen Order 2 has been somewhat announced, or at least rumored to be announced, so I hope we're going to be getting that sometime in the next couple of years. Alright, starting in at number 1, we've got Cal Kestis has PTSD. Now if you couldn't tell already, the video game Jedi Fallen Order is more about overcoming past failures than restoring the Jedi. Every character in the game struggles one way or another with moving on, but especially Cal Kestis, who, like everyone who has had to experience their loved ones die in front of him, has extreme trauma. Of course, because he has to be on the move all the time or risk being exposed by the Empire, the Jedi hasn't had the opportunity to truly cope with the loss. Whenever he gets visions of his master or strong feelings through the Force, they usually revolve around failure and trauma. Cal does go through an arc, of course, and towards the end of the game, he overcomes his pain and begins to take on more of a mentor role, as he is no longer a scared Padawan running for his life. Number 2, the 13th Battalion. Cal's master, Jaro Tapal, before Order 66, had led a division of clone troopers called the 13th Battalion, whose Phase 2 armor was painted with yellow markings. The young Cal bonded with these soldiers as he grew to trust them and would often talk to many of the clones. But when the Jedi Purge began, his friends opened up fire on both Cal and his master. In an instant, the clones went from protectors to hunters that tried their utmost to eliminate the young Padawan. Because of that shock, Cal has trust issues throughout Fallen Order. Though as the game goes on, Cal eventually learns to overcome these fears so he could focus on helping others who were in pain. Number 3, the memory of his master still guides him. Cal's Jedi Master, who unfortunately died while protecting the young Cal Kestis from the clone troopers during Order 66, was a Lasat male named Jaro Tapal. He taught his Padawan how to be courageous and focus on the good things in the galaxy, but also how to embrace failure as a learning opportunity. Because of his master's teachings, Cal spends his time helping others and trusting in the Force, which is what led him to the Jedi Knight Siri Junda and her mission to secretly restore the Jedi Order. Number 4, in hiding. Long before the rise of the Empire and the Jedi Purge, there was the Scrapper Guild, located on the planet Bracca. Cal worked as one of their scrappers. While he hid his true identity from the Empire, his job required him to climb up old ships from the Clone Wars and salvage valuable resources from them. It's a dangerous job, as scrappers don't wear any safety harnesses nor insurance. Though he had seen his master die and the clones in the Jedi Temple turn against him when he was just a young Padawan, Cal still risked exposing himself as a Jedi when his fellow scrappers were in danger. Number 5, risked everything for a friend. After Order 66, Cal's only friend was Prof, who he worked with on Bracca. The Abednedo male helped Cal cope with his new life as a scrapper and watched over the young human, even if Cal was very secretive about his past. But when Prof makes a critical mistake while working on a clone-era vessel, it's Cal's turn to watch over him. His friend fell off the ship towards certain death, but having no choice, Cal reached out with the Force and saved his buddy, knowing full well that he would invite the attention of the Imperial Inquisitorius. But his trusty friend soon returned the favor when the Imperial Inquisitor, called the Second Sister, came to investigate. The Abednedo buys the ex-Padawan enough time with his speech for Cal to leave Bracca and return on his path to become a Jedi once again. Number 6, his actor. The actor who portrayed Cal Kestis, Cameron Monaghan, is best known from film and television, such as his role of Ian Gallagher in Shameless. But Fallen Order marks his first time lending his voice talents to a video game. Aside from providing his voice, he also acted out scenes in a mocap suit with a lightsaber prop, which helped make Cal Kestis such an engaging character thanks to Cameron's acting chops. Number 7. Cal was almost an alien. When the Fallen Order game makers were coming up with their main character, they went through several variations of who Cal Kestis could be, including different alien races. Why did the game makers eventually choose a human male, as opposed to, say, a Keldor or Togruta? Well, they felt that if they picked an alien, players may have had a harder time sympathizing with the character, so they went with human. Cal was also made a male because they didn't want the character to overlap with Rey from the Disney sequels. So the way they decided to balance it all out was by having a supporting cast that was more distinct, while Cal, as a human male protagonist, would be more relatable. Number 8. He had to make his own unique lightsaber form. As many of us know, there are various forms of lightsaber dueling techniques, and depending on the Jedi, each has its own unique method of attack and defense. In Cal Kestis' case, since his training was disrupted by Order 66, he tended to use Form 1, Shicho, the Way of the Sarlacc, which had a wild and raw style that primarily aimed at disarming rather than injuring an opponent. It was notoriously noted to be weak against other lightsabers, hence Cal also added some improvisational moves, like implementing transitions and overall motion that varied from the traditional method that was taught to Padawans. With his incomplete knowledge and training, Cal had to learn different methods of dealing with deflecting blaster shots and other lightsabers on the fly. Number 9. Psychometry. Cal has a unique force ability, arguably his strongest and most powerful skill, called Psychometry, which allowed the Jedi to see echoes of the past, either from people or objects, which explained why he could have such vivid visions of his master, Jaro Tapal, and why, when players meditated in the game to heal up, they were also able to focus on the past events of everything around them. These force echoes allowed Cal to own in on the force and gave the players a chance to learn about the past. Meditation was a very clever way for the game developers to find an in-game reason for codex entries and to replenish the health bar. Psychometry is also a power that Quinlan Vos used in the Clone Wars. Number 10. Cal's new master. His second Jedi Master, the human female Siri Junda, had gone through a similar trauma as Cal when Order 66 occurred. She failed to protect the Jedi youngling that had been put in her care and was helpless to stop one of them from turning to the dark side. So, Cal and Siri bonded over their shared tragedy, as they had both lost close friends during the Jedi Purge. But in Cal, Siri had a second chance to train a student, and because of her instructions, Cal was able to finally become a true Jedi Knight. Though the young Jedi struggled in believing in his own abilities, Siri helped him confront his past and come to terms with it, giving the young man more confidence in himself. So, by the end of the game, Cal is more collected and is able to mentor others in dealing with their pain because of Siri's guidance. Hope you guys enjoyed this top 10 for Cal Kestis. Let me know if you want me to do a top 10 force powers or something else to do with Fallen Order. I really love that game. Have an awesome rest of your day. Throw a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, remember, the Force will be with you, always.
Now, fulfill your destiny.